All right, welcome to Bayou Time. We have some news for you. We have Trooper Brennan, Ross Brennan, comes on quite a bit here on HTV. Normally we deal with vehicle accidents and different things, but this is a different story. This is the investigation by the Louisiana State Police Insurance Fraud Auto Theft Unit, the Houma Field Office, leads to 16 people being mentioned in this report. Now, we're going to talk about that, but I want to stress to everyone, because a lot of people sometimes go, well, why y'all didn't run that story and you ran this story? Okay, this is why. This is an official press release that we get from the Louisiana State Police, and we always wait for an official release. Now, this release, you could go to the Louisiana State Police site and see this. But when we get this as a media outlet, we also have to be cautious because I'm going to let Trooper Brennan explain. There's 16 people listed here. 12, according to state police, have been arrested. 4 are still out as of the taping of this. So is that correct at this point?
Yeah, so 12 have been arrested, and there's still 4 that are wanted.
Okay. So the other thing I want to mention is that some of these charges, not that anybody who does the insurance fraud is more innocent than the others, but some of these are very minute amounts. So some of these are misdemeanors. Some others, really big ones on here, are felonies, or could be felonies, alleged felonies. So we'll let that play out in the court system, but of the 16, there are varying amounts that each of them sent to AFLAC and got reimbursement on.
Correct. So a little recap, investigation started back in May of 21. AFLAC was noticing that there was some signs of potential fraud going on, and so our investigators, they determined that there were 16 people involved in this scheme, basically, of filing fraudulent medical claims to get money from AFLAC. And that was throughout the years of 2019 and 2020. Ultimately, the group stole over $85,000 worth of money from AFLAC. And basically, it was this medical form that AFLAC has, and in some type of way, they use that same form over and over again, just changing personal information. But like you said, some of the charges, they vary. For the most part, all have been arrested on a charge of fraudulent medical insurance fraud, but some of the theft ranges from less than $1,000 to all the way over $25,000. So it's kind of a wide range of exactly how much money each individual received from AFLAC.
Sort of makes you think that, and looking at this list, they got one at $25,000, but why would somebody risk their whole livelihood or their reputation for $1,000?
Yeah, it
makes you scratch your head, doesn't it?
That makes sense sometimes.
But then you have them lumped into the same category where I said you have one at $25,000. So that one probably had a lot more injuries alleged or whatever, you know.
And that one
a lot
there
more
has
reimbursement.
Yeah, and that one there had 14 counts of insurance fraud, where some of them only had 1 count. So different levels of involvement in each different instance. So like we said, 12 have been arrested. Actually, 2 of them, 2 of the wanted people was arrested today in Lafourche Parish. So as of now, we have basically the Herman Verdon, Christopher Wallace, Perry Pierre, and Corey Butler. Those are the remaining ones that are still wanted by state police. They do have a warrant out for their arrest. We just need them to turn themselves in. Real quick, if anybody knows the whereabouts of those people, please have them call the Insurance Fraud Auto Theft Houma office at 985-876-8834, extension 215.
And let's make sure we do this, if we could, Trooper Brennan, because I see some names on here that have fathers with the same name.
Yeah.
So you said Herman Verdon, he's a junior, right? 48 years old.
Yeah, so 48-year-old Herman Verdon Jr., 34-year-old Christopher J. Walls, 38-year-old Perry J. Pierre, and 48-year-old Corey Butler.
Right, that way we, if they have someone in the family who's a little older with the same name, we can differentiate that. But do y'all get a lot of these?
Across the state, Yeah, primarily in the New Orleans area, we do see this a lot. Every now and then we'll get it down in the Houma area. Maybe not so much on this large of a scale, but a lot of times the insurance fraud, they actually deal with like fraudulent car crashes. So you'll have like a staged car crash for people to get money from that. So, but as far as health insurance fraud, it's not often, but it does happen.
And once again, we act at HTV on press releases when it comes to these. And, you know, back in the days when you could go out and do a lot of investigative reporting, insurance has changed for media outlets. So they really make you dot your I's and cross your T's, and we want to do that anyway. But so certainly we'll follow this. The arrests have all been made locally, though, from what I
Correct,
understand.
yes, in Lafourche and Terrebonne parishes.
Right. So, and we'll follow up to see with court system that will be done. All the arrests were made by Louisiana State Police?
Correct, made by Louisiana State Police, and then also the Terrebonne Sheriff's Office helped out a little bit.
Okay, good deal. So we appreciate it, and we'll follow this case along the way, but sometimes people ask me, well, why did y'all do this case and not other cases? Press releases. We get it from whatever agency is doing it. Once they finalize the investigation, then it becomes factual to us, because sometimes you can go grab a folder in the courthouse and look at something, and it's a year past, and there's been a lot of things or negotiations on it. So
Correct. And if you want to read the full release with each individual person and their charges, you can go to louisianastatepolice.org, or you can go to our Facebook page, and we have a post there that was put out yesterday.
all right, Trooper Brennan, as always, we appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you, Al.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with more right here on Bayou Time.